2018 Mercedes-Benz Class Saloon Review. The good points of Mercedes-Benz Class Saloon: comfortable and luxurious cabin, smooth engines, great auto gearbox, very comfortable. The bad points of Mercedes-Benz Class Saloon: standard manual gearbox, air suspension costs extra, inert steering, servicing costs could be high. The Mercedes-Benz Class is facelifted for 2018. Details here. The Mercedes-Benz Class Saloon may be on sale since 2014, and is also a popular sight on UK roads. With justified reason, it's good, has cutting-edge safety kit, and is also available with some very tempting finance packages. Does that mean it's worth your attention? In terms and the technology that underpins it, absolutely. It's so safe and fully equipped since it shares a lot of its technology while using company flagship, the impressive Mercedes-Benz Class. What it's on. The Mercedes-Benz Class is competing within a tough market sector. It's a rival towards the popular BMW 3 Series and Audi A4, in addition to the less obviously default choices, for example the Jaguars, Alfa Romeo Giulia and Lexus is. But regardless of the arrival of newer rivals, the Class remains to be more comfortable and nicer inside every one of the alternatives, regardless of whether its interior quality lags behind the Audis. It's as cheap running as the top. The Class gives you its faults, though. The poor manual gearbox and utterly vague steering detract from the pure sporty driving experience. If you want security in your compact saloon, come here. Should it be driver involvement you crave, head in Jaguar, Alfa Romeo or BMW's direction. Choosing the top class for you personally. The Class attributes will include a huge helpful equipment for both safety and luxury, an even more transparent ownership proposition along with a suite of optional extras that will make this car feel every inch the child's class. Two extras we urge any Class buyer to test before committing would be the excellent air suspension, which dramatically improves comfort levels, along with the head-up display as seen about the BMW 3 Series, which shows SATNAV and speed limit information about the windscreen. The sport model usually possess balance of exercise machines and cost. As you grow larger 17-inch wheels, LED headlights a hugely desirable addition, parking sensors, with an appealing interior package. Watch more, Mercedes-Benz Class specs and options. Mercedes-Benz Class engine choices. The Class was available initially, which has a choice of 3 engines and 3 trim levels, say, Sport and AMG line. From launch the brand new Class was provided by either a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder petrol or a number of 1.6 and a pair of 1-liter 4-cylinder diesels. All three will be provided with a selection of 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic gearboxes. A further trio of engine variants, the diesel-electric hybrid, petrol plug-in hybrid, and 3.0-liter petrols, have subsequently been launched. Lightweight, aerodynamic design. Some 100 kilograms lighter than its predecessor, Mercedes-Benz claims the 4th-generation Class contains the lightest body shell, with the segment gets hotter goes discounted, helped largely by the improved use of aluminium. Weight loss played an essential part within the design process, and CO2 emissions happen to be reduced on the outgoing model like a result, together with the range now beginning from as low as 103 km with the C220 Blue-Tex A. There's a higher wheelbase too, which suggests rear passengers make use of more space. It's another wider car than previously and longer overall too, Therefore the boot is growing by 5.0 liters to 480 liters. Beautiful cabin, filled with tech. Sharing a great deal of its interior quality and features using the recently launched C-Class, the revolutionary class is luxurious inside and takes the premium saloon to new heights if it comes to refinement levels. As well as featuring some on the advanced technologies available in the brand new C-Class, the class also debuts a fresh touchpad system. This clever dose of kit enables the driving force to scroll over the different menus and select favorites, all while using tips within your fingers. Touchpad control for multimedia system. Built in the handrest for the central user interface, the touchpad enables drivers to manage all the functions inside the same way we use smartphones and tablets. It also allows letters and numbers for being entered with all the handwriting recognition tool, similar towards the setup we've seen about the Audi A3. The display unit will be accessible for initially as a 7.0-inch screen as standard, with the 8.4-inch screen available because you move up kids. There's a whole new optional GP Space Terracon system too. This can sense adjustments to environment like entering a tunnel and change the characteristics with the air conditioning accordingly. The verdict: the Mercedes-Benz class deserves its popularity. It's a clear case to be fit for purpose, which has a wide choice of engines, power outputs, model variations, and optional extras. As standard, you will probably have a reversing camera, rain-sensing wipers, 16-inch alloy wheels, cruise control, heated windscreen wiper washers, a tire pressure monitoring system and collision prevention assist plus. It's provided with some really low CO2 figures, and is also tailored beautifully for business users. It's not the sharpest driver's car around, and it also really needs its brilliant airmatic suspension system to get standard. Nevertheless, it should be the first choice if comfort and stress-free driving are what you're looking for. Watch on a little more about the Mercedes-Benz class saloon. At launch, 3 engines take prescription offer: the C220 Blue Tech Diesel, the C250 Blue Tech Diesel, as well as the C200 Petrol. There will also be a hybrid diesel version referred to as C300 Blue Tech Hybrid right at the end of 2014. An all-new 6-speed manual gearbox is standard, or you will find there's a revised version in the firm's 8-speed automatic available for an option. Mercedes expects this will likely claim an incredible 83% of most class sales. We could see why, too. The manual gearbox still isn't brilliant and felt notchy and vague from the test car we drove. The automatic, however, is brilliant. It's smoother than previously and really helps you to punctuate the vehicle's luxury feel. However, it's still less quick since the latest modern twin-clutch automatics like found on BMW and Audi's rivals, though considering the more at-ease nature in the class it seems like fitting to us. Diesel engines. Expected to account for your vast majority of class models, the C220 and C250 engines are just the same 2.1-liter unit, yet have different power outputs. The C220 will likely be the best possible seller, and generates 168 bhp and 400 Nm of torque, meaning it'll cover 0.62 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds. An improved version in the 2.1 found from the old class, there's a marked improvement in refinement. A 4-cylinder diesel isn't going being as smooth as being a 6-cylinder, nevertheless it's around the right road. Our pick will be the C220 coupled using the automatic gearbox, that offers a superb mixture of pulling power versus decent fuel economy. Upgrading for the C250 means more power, 202 bhp and 500 Nm of torque. Accelerative figures because of this model incorporate a sprint from 0.62 miles per hour in 6.6 seconds, also it certainly feels far quicker within the road. Petrol engine. The C200 is often a 1.9-liter turbocharged petrol engine with 182 bhp and 300 Nm. It'll dash from 0.62 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. This is often a very versatile unit which performs very well about the road. It's unlikely to become the most popular unit from the range, but that's not to imply it drives badly. We found it very characterful and also a much better match for that manual gearbox than diesel engines. Diesel hybrid. While you could associate hybrid cars with efficient, low-CO2 motoring, the C300 is a lot more surprising in the performance abilities. Developing almost 230 bhp by reviewing the 4-cylinder diesel and electric motor combination, there's plenty of torque to be had the instant you touch the throttle. This makes for just about the most engaging drive associated with a class we've yet tried. It's quiet and refined around town too, so there's lots to love. Agility switch. This alters the vehicle's driving characteristics depending for the sort of driving you're doing. It defaults to comfort mode, which offers the most laid-back driving experience. Eco-tunes the automobile to provide best fuel economy results, while Sport and Sport Plus mode sharpen up your vehicle and make the driving experience a dynamic one. Finally, you'll be able to set different parameters approximately your taste while using the individual setting. Where the adaptive air suspension is installed, selecting Sport or Sport Plus mode will alter the vehicle's handling characteristics for maximum performance driving. We'd pick the air suspension when it was our car. It really works serious magic within the class and brings it down towards the level this class sits at. Unfortunately, most UK buyers won't tick that box, but that includes their left together with the excellent standard steel suspension. We tested this setup in their most comfortable configuration and it also is an excellent option for everyday motoring. There's a reasonable bit more body roll evident, however the payoff is usually a ride that's as comfortable every car on this class. The steering system we tested wasn't without fault either. While it's fairly nicely balanced when it comes to weighting, and yes it's very light at low speeds, there's a disappointing insufficient feedback. Ultimately it implies you don't develop the confidence to drive an automobile this car as fast while you might otherwise. Mercedes does deserve credit for judging the weighting through faster corners perfectly indeed, though. Again, the agility switch enables you to vary the handling from the car if adaptive suspension is equipped. You can flick between sports and comfort settings. Again, here the class shines. The interior is a lot plusher than its rivals have thus far achieved, as well as the materials used are of fine quality. It feels nicely built too. The controls and knowledge screens are presented intuitively from the cabin, and it also is an easy task to flick through various parameters within the dash while using the steering wheel mounted buttons. A few optional extras we like will be the touchpad system, which will help control the multimedia and navigation functions, as well as the head-up display which may show navigation instructions directly in front with the driver around the windscreen. This is but one area this car shines. Mercedes-Benz class saloon comfort levels are stratospheric. The seats we've tried up to now are seriously soft and supportive. We've also tested the automobile on a amount of suspension setups. While the standard steel-sprung comfort configuration is beautifully supple and smooth, we'd urge that you at least try one using the Airmatic air suspension system. This latter setup absolutely transforms the car from your comfortable cruiser as to the feels just like a luxury limo. This class is peerless in this particular regard, but have a look at Find the Class snapping at its bigger brother's heels very convincingly indeed. There are 3 equipment levels which is available from launch for the class, say, Sport and AMG line, along using a long list of optional extras to help personalize your automobile. Even the lowest spec cars get a reasonable amount of standard kit. Standard Mercedes-Benz class saloon equipment. Starting with base specs A, you will get 16-inch alloy wheels as well as artificial Artico leather upholstery, the Audio 20 multimedia system which has a 7-inch screen and also the new touchpad fingertip information input assist. Added to that is comfort suspension, halogen headlights, reversing camera, pre-wiring with the Map Pilot SatNav, automatic windscreen wipers, cruise control, tire pressure monitoring, a 3-spoke leader, digital radio plus a storage package with front cup holders. Moving up towards sport trim means larger 17-inch alloys in addition to aluminum interior trim and contrasting stitching. The outside gets chrome detailing, while SatNav and heated sports seats are added too. There's an internal lighting package installed, LED headlights, lowered comfort suspension, an autonomous parking system with parking sensors and split folding rear seats. At the top in the tree you see AMG line specification. This means 18-inch alloys, and AMG body kit, AMG sports seats and tire, a leather upper dashboard, sports steering and suspension, and paddles to the gearbox. Somebody who is automatic box is equipped. Optional Mercedes-Benz class saloon accessories. You should be expecting a lots of optional extras on many class models. There's a quantity of packages on the market to buyers which allow someone to add more equipment for under it would cost to specify each component separately. The executive pack is designed for same models only and adds heated seats, SatNav and split folding rear seats. Sport and AMG line models can hold the driving assistance pack, which adds radar-guided cruise control together with blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist and PreSafe, which prepares the car within the event it detects an impending accident. Models fitted having an automatic gearbox plus either Sport or AMG line is going to be able to add the Premium or Premium Plus packs. These such as a glass panoramic sunroof, a powered tailgate, keyless entry, a memory package with the seats and ambient lighting. The Plus pack adds command SatNav and multi-channel audio. Other options incorporate a range of paint schemes, interior trims and alloys. You can order a tow bar, a 360-degree reversing camera, a head-up display, active air suspension or even a system and keep the cabin smelling nice. As you'd expect from your firm famous correctly, Mercedes-Benz class saloon safety factors are right on top of its class. In Euro NCAP crash testing the class is awarded 5 stars from 5 overall, having a 92% score for adult occupant protection, 84% for child occupant protection and 77% for pedestrian safety. There are 7 airbags as standard, while yet another 2 inside the rear might be ordered as optional extras. Other standard equipment includes attention assist which warns the trucker if the auto senses they're tired and collision prevention assist plus, which could autonomously brake the car. The body shell itself is made out of far higher strength yet lighter metals than around the previous class, which serves to mitigate the effects from a collision. Optional safety kit includes radar-guided cruise control, BAS Plus which often can detect crossing traffic and stationary vehicles before automatically braking and lane keeping assistance, that can steer and brake in the event you stray out of your respective lane by accident. Being longer, wider and having an extended wheelbase, Mercedes-Benz class saloon practicality has improved on the previous version. There's more room from the back for passengers, and also this translates to some deceptively large rear passenger compartment. Sitting behind the 6-foot high driver left greater than ample headroom and knee room. You get multiple storage options inside the cabin including twin cup holders in the beginning, plus all class saloons come using a standard reversing camera too, that may make parking less complicated. The boot has expanded by 5 liters into a total of 480 liters, and as a possible optional extra it is possible to get a motorized boot lid to help expand and enhance the usability with the class.